All right. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Ben's Brick Designs. I'm Ben. Happy Sunday. Let me know if the video and audio is coming through in the chat okay. Good morning, Johnny. Good morning, James. Thanks for being here. Just doing some more sorting today. And I have some things I want to show you about some things that happened last week in the Lego community that's kind of going to affect what I'm doing here. Not super negatively, but enough to where I'm not sure everybody knows about this, but I think a lot of people do. And I feel like thank you, James. I feel like I was a little late to the party and I feel kind of bad about it. So let's just kind of get into it. So as you can see, I'm still nulling out all the pieces here because the way Bricklink has its sorting pages, I think I ran into a bit of a loop where, and I think I talked about this last time. Yeah, you should be seeing the build screen, right? I'll switch over to this real quick. So if you look at something, let's say you're sorting something with a lot of pieces, and if you click into the page to sort, you'll notice it says 136 items found, 25 per page. Now, if you don't right away notice that and switch it, you go 25 per page, you come down here, the next page is the next 25 and so on, right? Which is what happens to me a couple times, I'll go through and I'll say, got it, need it, got it, all the way down to the bottom. And then I'll go, oh, it's only showing 25. Notice what the first couple parts are up here, right? So if I switch this, if I get down to the bottom and go, oh, I want 100, I want to see 100. It's better for me. I wish they would show all. Look how it changes the pieces now. So I think what happened is I went through at least a couple of these builds. Good morning, Greg. How are you? Thanks for being here. Happy Sunday. I went through a couple of these sorts trying to get the pieces, and I did this and I missed a couple things. I don't have this trans yellow brick. This trans yellow brick doesn't also exist in any of my parts. So one of two things happened. I went through this and mis-sorted it, or I misaligned the pages so that I accidentally skipped a couple things, or I just plumb skipped over several dozen pieces. So I don't know what part of that was wrong, but something happened. So now I'm nulling out all these parts. And that's what I'm really doing for the rest of the day. Something else I'm going to show you guys real quick is that if you're not aware, Bricklink has made a change, and they made a change back in, or they announced it back in January. I'm doing well. I'm a little congested. I can't tell if it was a change in the weather, which there really hasn't been a whole lot of. I was out late last night at our pub to watch the game. And we sat outside for a little bit, but then we moved inside. So I don't know if it's dehydration or what, but a little stuffed. And I apologize. It probably sounds like garbage. About a month and a half ago, Bricklink announced it was doing a database alignment, a database shift, a database reconciliation, where they were going to get rid of variants of pieces in their catalog. And by getting rid of, I don't know if I have any here to show you, but basically what it comes down to is, I think if this one is, yeah, this one will work. So without, I don't have my lights on because it's bright from outside. What this means is that if there are two pieces, like these two jumper plates, right? But the back of the jumper plates are different. I don't know if you can kind of see that. One's got a stud holder and one's got a bar underneath it, right? So you can see the stud holder and the bar. So these are two different plates. What Bricklink is going to do now, so instead of having 6096A, 6096B, and then 6096C, or whatever one was the first one, which was the one with the stud or the pipe on the bottom that also has no groove, right? Those are the old ones. They don't have a groove. They have a bar underneath. The variants are all gone. As Scotty says on TNG at one point, no bloody A, no bloody B. So there's no variants of these parts anymore. I don't know how far into the database they've made this change, but if you look up anything that had an A or B or C in it, they're probably not going to exist anymore. Their blog has gone through, or their community on Bricklink has gone through and posted every time they've made a change, I think. The Bricklink community is not happy about this change. There are two things that people will run into. One is if you wanted a specific part, let's say, because you're recreating an older set. Let's say you're recreating, you're getting the parts to recreate a classic space set. And you want the original parts. You're going to look for those variant parts specifically. Because you want to, have a set that's, I could rebuild the Star Defender 200 with any old parts that I've got. But if I wanted those jumper plates that have the no groove and the bar on the bottom, I specifically can go into the catalog and say, give me those, right? Well, now you can't do that. Now you have to just order it and hope that you can send a note to the seller and say, hey, these are the ones I'm looking for. Can you make sure it's this? And there's no way to differentiate it in your store either. So if you have a bunch and people are wanting one, you're going to have to do extra work. The other problem that I run into, and this is a studio specific problem, is let's say you've designed with a part, and they'll fix this eventually, I'm sure, but let's say you've designed with a part, and here's our Stormbird. This was the last one I had to upload. I made a wish list or a want list of all the other models that I needed, because I'm going to go through and redo all these, right? Recheck for all the parts. So the Stormbird was the last one I was going through, so I opened it up this morning before the stream started. And if you notice in here, so you open this up, you come up to upload, you go to the site, but that is a thing. An email will help and give more work, but nothing crucial. Yeah, but I still think it's a bad move on Bricklink's part. There's no reason for it. It's a secondary market for Lego parts. And this move basically shows that they are now just a Lego tool. They're now just a part of Lego. It's not an independent secondary market anymore, which is a little sad. So if I were to come in here and notice that this part here says 44302A, right? Down here in the corner, it's hidden by the chat a little bit. Good morning, Walter, by the way. Good morning. How are you? Boa tarde to you in the afternoon. So I come here and I upload my part, or I upload my set, and I come in here and it gives me this. The following items do not exist in the Bricklink catalog. So these two parts don't exist, so I can't upload them, right? So I'm like, well, that's weird. So then I come in here and I look up, I come back to Studio, and I'm like, well, that's odd. So I click on it to open it up. No items were found. Okay. So now I look up 1x2 hinge plate. And I get these guys, right? So here's your hinge plate, locking fingers on two ends. The difference now is going to be these old ones had, here's your old ones, right? So they've got these photos in here talking about what the old ones were, A and B, right? But there is no option to choose A and B. There isn't. And because of that, I can't upload this to a wanted list. So what I have to do is I have to go in here and change it and upload the basic part. Not that it matters which one I get, but this may not exist in the right color in a basic part, right? I have to go through and pick that. Also, there is no, if I just look up 1x2 hinge plate, Studio has yet to figure out that there aren't variants, because look at all these. There's 3 of them right here, and the chat's in the way again, but There's 3 of them. So I picked that one, and I picked this one, and I picked this one. And they're all different. So here's the original, 5'4", whatever, 6. With 7 teeth. This one has 9 teeth. And this one has 9 teeth. So they're just like... Yeah, and I mean... With the Bricklink designer program, it's kind of like ideas light. I don't want to get on Bricklink for making these choices, and I don't want to get on Lego for... Lego gets enough. The internet is down or the stream is down. I hope it's not my stream. I'm still connected. Check my phone. I still show I'm live, so I think, yeah, I think I'm still good. Thanks for looking out for it, though. Yeah, so they haven't updated all these changes to Studio, so there's going to be a ton of parts that don't exist in Studio because they're the wrong number, which means I don't know what I'm designing with anymore until they make that change. Now, this may, and I don't know how long this database change is going to be, where they wipe out all the variants and then maybe they'll change it in Studio. But I'm like, dude, I can't do this. So if I wanted to upload this to Studio, I could just do proceed to verify items. And I think it will give me an error in here, in which case I can replace them. So you won't even let me proceed to verify items. Which means I have to go back to my model. This is so dumb. So let's kill this. So this is the plate we want, right? I think it's just... I think I can do just this one. But I don't know if I can do it in that color, because I think that's an older one. So now I have to come through here and replace all these. So anyway, that's what I'm going through with this. So that's a change that Bricklink has made. But in the meantime, all I'm doing is sorting out parts. So there are reasons too, when you're building, to have that piece with the pole on the bottom, with the bar on the bottom, and there's a reason to have this piece when you're building, right? There's 2 different reasons. Here, I can specifically have like a open stud thing connect onto that to do that, right? I can do that with this too, but this is a little more, you know, so there's still design issues for it. Anyway, not super happy with it, but what are you going to do? Yeah. And Rebrickable too. Like if you see a part on Rebrickable and you go to buy this on Bricklink, sorry, those pieces don't work. Those pieces don't exist. So yeah, I think it's going to be kind of a big deal. And I don't think I don't want to say I don't think they thought it through, but at the same time, I'm like, I really would like, I don't understand the business need for that. Unless it was a physical reason to, like they were having a database issue and all the variants were causing problems. But the only reason I can think is because they're trying to align this more with Lego's database of only current existing parts, right? No more old parts. If there's a variation, you can contact the seller for it, which means at some point, Bricklink is not going to be the standard anymore. It's going to be Lego's database, and another site's going to crop up. Brickowl maybe take over as like, well, you want your variants, come to Brickowl and look them up instead. The next change I think that's going to happen is I feel like Bricklink parts are now going to be called Lego parts. So you're no longer going to get a slope. You're going to get a roof tile. You're not going to get a curved slope. You're going to get a brick with bow. So I think the next, and I hope I'm wrong on this, but I feel like in about 2 years, they're going to like, just because of we want to maintain the fidelity of the part database, we're going to be changing all the names and everyone's going to go up and crazy, whatever. What is 99% of people aren't using the old variant, so they're just managing resources? I mean, maybe, but I mean, does it cost them more to have an additional line in a database? That just seems like, I mean, going from like a purely systems administration point of view, unless you're paying per size of database, I don't know, like, I can't imagine reducing the variance on some pieces is going to save them much money. That'd be the only resource thing that I can think of, is that they're doing it to save money somehow. But I don't know that that's actually a good enough reason for it. Or I don't know that how much money they'd save. So there was a town hall, there was a land town hall recently, and the question was brought up, and the representative from Bricklink, her name's Tanya, and she's been to some A&E events around the world. She visits different conventions and stuff, and she's very nice and she's very cool. She didn't have a whole lot. She just kind of mentioned it offhand, and she didn't have a whole lot of reasons behind it to give to anybody. And she said she'd look it up and let us all know. And I'm like, well, I don't know how many people are going to be on this Teams call after the fact, but yes, please get us some information. So we'll see. We'll see what comes up. But it's already been like a month and a half in, and they're not going to change it back at this point. So we're all just complaining for no reason. Yeah, I honestly think it has nothing to do with the site itself or with the support for the product itself. I feel like somebody is getting ready. I feel like this is a bigger push to get ready to like have Lego and Bricklink's database be the same. And I think this is the first step towards that. Regardless, it's done, and there's nothing more we can do about it. But maybe use Brickowl instead for your part, sourcing. I don't know. Show them with your pocketbook. And the fact that I called it a pocketbook should indicate how old I am. I don't even know what a pocketbook is. A larger wallet. So moving on from that. Oh yeah, 100% there's a reason they did it. It's not like there was absolutely no reason. But I feel like the surface reason isn't the real one. Like, I feel like them saying, well, it's because there was confusion or because it was hard to maintain the back-end database for it, or, stuff like that. I feel like the real reason is they probably got an edict from Lego that says, hey, we're doing this to make some changes, and if you want to continue to be a partner with us, and we're going to make changes for the Bricklink Designer Program, in order to facilitate that, we need to keep... This is step one. Eliminate the variants. And then step two will be to change them over to Lego part numbers, Lego part names. It's just a guess. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see over the years what happens. But yeah, so moving on, there is other Lego news in that there are more space sets coming out. And I don't know if you guys have seen them. Let's take a look real quick. The new let's see, where's the I need a blog. Here's one. There's a new space set, Science Lab. So that's cool. They've got some weird alien plant up in there. We've got trans black domes. So that's cool. We've got clear. We've got two different helmets here. One is a movable helmet visor, and the other one's the static helmet visor, similar to these guys, but it's clear. So that's cool. There's a really neat trans clear piece over here that's like a monitor. That's a little closer to kind of like newer sci-fi things with like transparent metals, transparent data link points, personal pads kind of thing. So that looks pretty cool. Some sand blue in here. That's pretty neat. We've got these weird alien guys. I think these are new prints. These look like little, hey, we're your friends in space exploration kind of thing. What's up, Matt? Good morning. Yeah, that's the other thing. You feel bad about the people who've like made a point to like catalog everything like that. And then for to not mean anything anymore. There was another, oh, this is the other one. So this kind of goes along with the, it's not really the same. This is the Friends version, and I 100% will probably get this. This looks really great. To me, this looks like this is so the older versions are like if you bought a Dell laptop, right? And this one's like if you bought a Chromebook, and this one's like if you bought a new Mac, right? It's that kind of different. They're still all space exploration, but this one's a little more colorful and user-friendly, and then the other one is more utilitarian and robust. I like the fact that it's got these claw arms on here, not for manipulating the environment, but to hold a camera. Like, you're not going to mount the camera on the thing. Mount the camera. You don't have to have a hand holding the camera. But there's a lot of great pieces in here. I think these are 3x tiles, which is great in purple. These trans purple pieces are really awesome. These orange wheels are really rad. Some more of these blue tubes in here and some blue plant leaf pieces. I think those are just blue. I don't think they're trans blue, but these are trans pink. So this is going to be a good set to get parts for. And I would 100% do a draft of this set. Not keen on minifigs. I do like the fact that there's a little dog in a spacesuit. That's pretty cute. Anyway, that's the new stuff that I saw coming out. There's a Green Goblin buildable figure. The new Lego house set is also out. If anybody didn't see that, I don't know if it's in here or not. The 5th Lego house set. Yeah. So this one, you can only get this if you go to the Lego house. I think. Yeah, you can only get it if you're at the Lego house. Or eBay, probably, later. But it's supposed to show the system, city, train, car, like some of the original stuff, what the city system is built off of, kind of paying homage to that. So it's pretty cool. Or Technic, I guess. So yeah, so there's that. There's new stuff. So anything going on in everybody else's world? What's going on with y'all? Trying to figure out how I can quickly get through this so I can maybe start. Do I have tiles out here yet? Big tiles? No. We had a brick rodeo sort yesterday, another brick rodeo sort, and we sorted out pieces for our guest speakers workshop. That'll be fun. I'm hoping that y'all can still make, if you aren't already going and you're in the lug, that at some point, if you're outside of Texas, you're able to get to Austin in July to come to Brick Rodeo. What's up, Black Hole? How are you doing? Yeah, the build otherwise is fine. I mean, it's nothing. I get the idea of them like paying homage to like the history of the system kind of thing. It's not terribly exciting. The only one I really kind of wanted at any point was maybe the mold machine. That was a really cool kind of set, and I would have really been happy to go to Billin to get that. So streaming after you at 1 p.m. for some home and garden show stuff. Everybody make sure to, if you're not already subscribed to Johnny Builds, go do so. He is streaming at the home and garden thing in Pittsburgh, or in Pennsylvania. I don't know if it's in Pittsburgh or not. So go give his channel some love. And, yeah. Where are you hailing from, Black Hole? Where are you coming from? Are you a Lego fan? Kind of I know a dumb question. You wouldn't be here if you weren't, but just for funds, I'm asking. I may be running out of space to get some of these, so I may have to like do my best to go through and find all the pieces for that set and then put it in a bag somewhere or something. I'm really excited after this at some point today. There's a member of our group who's made a set, and it's a really, really great set. And I encourage them to do it digitally and maybe even submit it to Lego Ideas. Or at least have a digital copy of it. That way they can order parts for it if they need to. And they're like, nah, I'm good. I just built it and I like it. That's all I need to do. And then I got a message from them a couple weeks ago, and they're like, yeah, I'm ready to have this done digitally. And I told her, I was like, you don't have to learn Studio if you don't want. If you just want to bring the set over and I'll make it digitally for you. So she's going to drop that off today. And it's kind of cool because it's a Degrassi set. So I think it's Degrassi Next Generation, but it's Degrassi High School, and it's all modular. Like the top part pulls off into different classrooms, and then it splits open so you can see the hallways, and each locker's got different stuff for each character. And there's a lot of little Easter eggs in it from the show. It's really neat. So I was like, I will do that for you, but you have to come over and talk to my wife about Degrassi because she's a huge fan. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, I'm excited to help her out with that. Plus, it helps me flex my studio muscles a little bit into doing something I normally wouldn't do, which is like take a physical thing and turn it into a digital thing, which is not something I generally do. I have taken a couple models to make them digital, like the tall neck, and then Hachiroku's Thunderjaw. I did watching his YouTube video. I did it digitally while he was building it, and then got the parts for it. But the tall neck I went back and made into a digital copy so I could have for scale purposes. So it's not anything I'm going to be sharing later or anything like that. I just thought I'd mention it. It's kind of fun. Hopefully you can, let me bring up her Instagram account and y'all can follow her if she decides to post it. Nice. God, Ki Young Lee's stuff is so good. And prolific too. So their name is Snaps Ortega on Instagram. So go give them a follow. You can see part of the, yeah, so here's part of the Degrassi build. So there's like the computer lab and some characters from the show, and I think it's going to be a really neat build that she's got going on. So yeah, so there's that. Looking for, yeah, so new pieces for Ki Young Lee instructions. I would highly recommend checking their stuff out as well. They've got some really good microfighters. Um, I tried to like compete a little bit with their prolificness, but they've just got so many sets or so many models out. Oh, cool. That is nice. That's one thing about like posting models that you've built online is like the instantness of people going, "Do you have instructions?" It's like, no, I just finished building it. No, I don't have instructions. Yeah, I'm sorry about the boring nature of the stream, but this is what I'm doing. So I did I take a picture of that? Let me see if I can get a picture real quick of something, because I don't think I got a new photo of it all set up. I'll take a picture and then I'll come back and show everybody. So I finished my section, and this is as much as I'm going to do for my Mars base. This is it for the actual building part of it. So there's a couple things that need to be done. Zissou! You guys kind of, especially the Moloch. Oh, did you get Moloch's truck? Yeah, I think I've got a Moloch's truck as well somewhere. So yeah, so this is where I'm going to end up with this build. So I wanted to make it sort of like I have to cover up some of these other plates under here because I wanted to stretch as many orange plates as I could across 3 because I only got 2 mills plates. But I wanted to make it look like there was an area here they couldn't build on, so they had a tube going across it to the landing pad. Plus, it gives a little distance to the landing pad, so it's not like trying to run into a building, I guess, real-world application. I'm going to need some more of these little guys to cap off the ends just in case. They're all capped up top. But I think in general for our project, we're going to need some more of those for people. I think there's a cheaper way to do it, so I'm looking at that. I also might take the ones from the space set that's just the big curved white windscreen and attach it to here as this version up here, so it's a little easier to get open and close. And then I'm going to build a lander, just a little pod, like a little shuttle lander that goes between like the space station and the planet. You know what's funny, Zissou? I don't know if how aware you are of this, but his land speeder, it's Moloch's land speeder, so that's Moloch, and that's his land speeder. His land speeder is called, I think it's called a truck. Oh, I guess not. I thought it was called like a speeder truck or something like that. Oh, truck speeder. It is. Yeah, so his speeder is called a truck speeder. Moloch is a character from the Solo movie. He's the one who chased Solo. He's the one who found him and kind of had him at gunpoint in the that one worm lady's lair, and then they chased him afterwards. But his speeder is called a truck speeder. So the fact that you go, sounds like a monster villain driving a pickup truck, not really far off. He was a bad guy and he had a truck speeder. I think that's hilarious. Um, that's really funny. Solo film, I think, is a bit underrated. I think a lot of people kind of gave it a pass, but I really like it. I thought it was a lot of fun. I thought Aaron, I forget the dude's name. Aaron Eisenberg. It's not Aaron Eckhart. I thought he did a great job. Just can't remember his name, and I've seen like a ton of movies of him. So hopefully I can get some of these parted out. I can bag a few of them up, make some different piles go away, so I can start like actually building some things. I'm really bummed that I have to do this, but what you gotta do. You'll call him when you need to move a space couch. Hey, buddy, I need to move my hyperspace couch. Can you give a brother a hand with your space truck, with your truck speeders? Yeah, like, I don't think I need more than one of these, so this can go in whatever bag that is. I don't think I need more than one of these. But yeah, just kind of going through and finding what I can. Trying to think of what other Lego news is going on. Did I already bag up one of these? So I think I bagged up. No, I don't even know where I put it. Yeah, so I started, you can see I started building. This is going to be one of the Chargers or the Strider. I forget which one it was, but. Oh yeah, and he also has, he has those dogs. Moloch. He comes with, the set even comes with these little demon dog things. I don't know what they're actually called. Nope. The Cult of Moloch, Jewish Visual Library. Oh, look at that. He's named after a thing. Star Wars. Go back to Wikipedia. Lady Proxima. That's what it is. White Worm Gang. Corellian Hounds. So there's these Corellian Hounds, which are kind of vile looking things, but they have cute little pieces in the set. They're not very big, but they're kind of evil looking. I feel bad for like the dogs in Star Wars. Every time you see a dog in Star Wars, it's not a cute dog. It's got these giant fangs and whatever else. It's like, I want a cute dog. I'll pet that dog. I'll pet that dog. So let's see what other Lego related things are going on. I think that's it. I think that's it for the news. So I've been seeing a lot of social media accounts posting be very careful of this. There's a lot of social media accounts posting, hey, get deals at Amazon for this Lego set. And then you go, and if you do any kind of research, you'll realize that it's not a discount at all. It's in fact probably about $10 or $15 more. And you can actually get them, you can still get them cheaper at Lego's site. So just keep an eye out for that. Every time I see one of those, I try to comment on it. I'm like, or you could just go to Lego's site and get it for $10 cheaper. I don't know why. I don't know who they think they're going to get off this, but apparently enough people that they felt it was a thing that they wanted to do. So that's kind of disappointing. So I'll show you what the, oh, I need the keyboard. It's hard to type that far away. So the lander that I want to do is this. Basically, not that one. That's actually a thing that goes out to the planet surface and does stuff. Kind of like this. I wish this would go away. The banners and stuff. What's up, Missy? Yeah, so but it's actually going to probably look more like this. So it's going to have like the discs on the bottom. And I think I might change that because the discs I made look like the feet from the lunar lander. So they're the gold discs, but they've got a stud on the bottom of them. That makes it a little wobbly. So I may change it to like a flat disc of some kind. I don't know. But yeah, it's going to be like basically corners and then like just a look kind of a box. And I might make it enough to where I can put a couple people inside it. Because the idea is that this is something that goes between the space station and an orbital station too. So if people come in from Earth, they arrive at the space station, they get settled, and then they get taken down on a shuttle basically to the surface. So that's the idea. There are those that don't know what Lego should be priced. That's very true. I mean, it's very predatory to be like, hey, look, there's this sale. And people go, oh, I'll go get that. And it's like, but you, okay. Just woke up, a rough night. I have an idea too for what I want to build for my, my build challenge for the lug, and I'm hoping nobody else does it. We are doing myths and legends, and it's gonna the challenge is to put it on an 8x8 plate, and then I guess the top few picks will go to the Lego store. We'll be able to display in the Lego store. And I have an idea of what to do, and I'm hoping nobody else does it. And I'm not even going to say. Yeah, well, you lucked out, I think. I got Big Ben and the Sydney Opera House for free. It's that dude in my office again who's like, yeah, I don't have room for him, so you can have it. I'm like, what? Yeah, that's a huge score, though. That Ewok Village is a very sought-after set. Yeah, so I got, I don't know if you can see, I'm going to move the camera. Nope, camera does not want to move. Up there. Big Ben, Sydney Opera House. Got those this week. Got to make sure to focus properly on the area where nothing's being built. You got yours already built? That's very cool. I'm not going to ask. I want to be surprised. I have a feeling there's going to be a couple of the ones that I'm going to do, but we'll see when it happens. I might have a snow cottage for $40 after selling minifigures in GWP. Fingers crossed. Oh, speaking of GWP, I wanted to go the GWP of the gift with purchase micro space set was $40 on Bricklink, and now it's $60. I'm like, oh, I should have pulled the trigger and got it when it was 40. And everyone at the meeting or at the sort party yesterday was like, you should get it now before it's while it's still 60. Like, I think it might. I think it might plateau at some point, and I'll get it later, but we'll see. Was this another? But this was in a Johnny. This was in a like a tub of other stuff. Like you bought a lot of loose brick or bulk, and this happened to be part of it. So when you say there were other people after it, was it like a? Was it an auction? Was it eBay? Was it like something at a Goodwill? Not like I'm looking to get more Lego. I think I'm kind of, I don't know if you've seen this place, but I'm kind of maxed out. See, I have regular blue things. What am I? This whole process has left me disillusioned to my own memory. No idea what's going on anymore. And I think I did this all backwards. So I know if Vab were here, he would chastise me for trying to lump all these models into one thing to get all the parts at once. But in my defense, I wanted to try to get all the parts at once without having to go, okay, I'm going to order 5 different models or 8 different models and then pay 8 times shipping. Whereas I get a big thing, I only have to pay for 4 or 5 carts of shipping, which doesn't, I mean, wow, that saved me all of like $15. Oh, Marketplace. I don't know if y'all heard that. Somebody was needing to flex their penis muscles out racing their car. We've got kind of a main road here that's very long and straight and uninterrupted. It does empty into neighborhoods and side streets, but we do get a lot of people like revving and stuff. The other day we heard it that accompanied by a bunch of tire squeals, just continuously tire squealing, and then you hear it like rev and take off. I was like, somebody's donutting somewhere. Getting rid of 2 bins, man. That's like, so the best score I think I ever got, other than, so I got all those architecture sets, but I also got, before that, this lady at work was giving away, or she was trying to get rid of stuff, and her son had a bunch of Lego, and she knew that I was into it, so, and I think I've told this story before, but if you're new, she was like, yeah, he's gone to college and we're just trying to make some room in the house. And we just want to kind of get rid of some of it. I'm like, yeah, I'll take whatever you got. Thinking it's going to be like most people that do this, it's like a box of Lego and it's like, you know, a bunch of smaller sets and maybe some minifigures, and some of the minifigures are like half there and it's not really worth anything, but it's like some extra bricks. So you take it, you know, take it all apart, maybe wash it and then sort it. But like she brings it and it's, first of all, it's 2, like if you ever get the big boxes from Lego or like a server at work, like a computer server, it was about those sizes. 2 boxes full and mostly fairly well put together Star Wars sets. Some Marvel, some of the old Adventure, Egypt sets were in there, but mostly Star Wars. And then some Bionicle, I think, or some Hero Forge or some buildable figures or something. And, but like an ATTE, like an interceptor droid, a full MTT, trying to think of what else. So a lot of Clone Wars stuff, but like mostly together, to the point where I was like, I could probably put all these together and display them. But there was enough not there that I was like, this is not worth it. But it's still pretty cool. So I'm always on the lookout for that. I also know that our library here said, and this is for our group specifically, our library was like, we've got boxes of Lego here that we don't want anymore. That, you know, and I'm like, oh, we'll take them. So our lug may get some Lego, and I don't know what we'd do with it, but we could use it for like free play at events. Part it all out. Use it for like, because there's always there's free play where you get like the 2x4 bricks of one color, and you just have them open in an area, and people build towers and bridges and geometric shapes and things like that. But then there's also, if you get a tub of like random bricks, what you can do is, if you can get a hold of, and we did this one time at a maker fair, where you get maybe 20 or 30 of those pullback, or not pullback racers, even the spring-loaded ones, but just the car frames, right? It's like a eight long, 4 wide with wheels on it. And you can basically build like a Pinewood Derby, right? You have like a track, and you have kids build their things, and you can race them. So random parts like that are good for that. If we ever decide we want to do that. The downside is we don't really have a whole lot of those anymore. So I'm hoping that what the library has is a lot, and we can start building that back up. Because I think that'd be a fun thing to do at a convention for kids. Time to get more shelves. Not only one figure for the set is there, but the lady's looking for them. She sells other stuff. Nice. Yeah, you got real lucky. That's really great. So I'm wondering if I'm at the point where I can start. I think I can see a lot of pieces in here. I kind of want to start parting these out. So let's see if I can do that a little bit. I'm not going to promise anything, and I might get frustrated and just go back into, because there's not really any huge pieces left in here. But so if I were to go through here, and let's just pick, let's just go from the beginning. Let's just go from the behemoth, and I'll get a bag. I don't think it's going to need to be bigger than this bag, but I also don't have any shelf space left, but I also don't have any shelves. Most of my storage is kind of full. So I need more Sterilite drawers, but I'm starting to need a place to put the drawers on. Like, they're all stacked on top of each other, and I think the weight is starting to get to them a little bit. So I need to, so here's the other problem that I'm going to have is I think I'm going to have to get rid of one of these wanted lists. So if I come into the wanted list here, and I have this one that says master list need. So what I usually do, and you can see down here, and I don't have them anymore, but I will do like this one. I don't need this one anymore, but I'll do a want list. You can't see that. I'll do a want list. So this is all the parts from the model. I upload the model, and this is the list, right? These are all the parts. So I'll go through each of these, and I'll go through my collection and pull out which ones I need. And then if I don't have it, I'll click it and say copy to, and I'll give it a new name, and it'll be that model / need. So that'll be this one, right? So this is just pieces I need. So I know I need these. I know I need these. Apparently I need all these. But anyway, so this will be the Bricklink order, right? So I had a master machine list. This is what I needed for the master machine list. But because I think I went through this and did it wrong, I'm going to redo it now. Instead of having this, I'm going to do each individual one. So I don't even think I need this list anymore. I don't think I need either of these lists. So I'm going to get rid of this. And I'm going to get rid of this. I don't know why I have a shopping thing in here. What's in my shopping list? Oh, look at that. The Venator. Neat. I think I set up a... I wanted to set up notifications to find if anybody had it. Like, I did... Honestly, the Venator, if somebody has it used, opened, but everything is included, I don't mind whatever, you know. So, yeah. So this is... I'm going to close the rest of these so I don't get distracted or confused. So I've got wanted list, behemoth. Okay. And now, this is the problem I ran into before. 100 per page. See how it starts differently? That's dumb. Okay, so. These are dark blue gray. Okay, well, I'm going to see if I get a dark blue gray one in here. Here's another gear. Did I pull that one out already? I know this goes to this guy. So Thursday, I'm going to try to get this all cleaned up by Thursday. And then this Thursday streaming, what I'll do is I'll work on the lander for that. So at least it's building something. Because I realize this is a lot of like boring administrative work kind of thing. These machine arms bother me because they're a different plastic already, it feels like. But then I have a hard time telling if it's blue-gray or machine. Like, that's dark blue-gray, but one of the... It's like, is it dark blue-gray or is it... gunmetal? I think that's dark blue gray. Not that it really matters, but they look slightly different. All right, so I know I'm going to need bananas. I had one banana out here somewhere. I'm going to need those, and I'm going to need those. I'm going to need 4 of these. Six of those, huh? Okay. 1, 2, 3. So what's everybody's plans today? We got a game. Did anybody have any non-Lego plans today? I know we've got the stream for the Home and Garden show. Somebody just woke up. 3 of those. What is this piece? 2 dark bluish gray ones of those. I don't have dark bluish gray of that. Why would I put that in there? It's not a good color. It's not a known color. Well, let's look it up. Let's see if we can find it. This is the behemoth. Sorting Lego. Home and Garden show. Yeah, so Johnny is doing Pittsburgh Home and Garden show with some Lego. All right, this is what part? This is 7. So here's the thing you can do is you can copy you can take the number of the part and you can go over here and do a search for that, and it should search within the model. Where your piece is. And I don't know why I suddenly did that. So these need to be light gray. I didn't even notice that they weren't correct there. So back on the list means I can get rid of I can change that to 8. And then I just have to remember to come back and delete that because I've already got these selected to copy to a new list. Sorry for disappearing. I had to go get a couple more of those. Same, sort and organize unless it turns into a lazy day. Gotta be productive. Yeah, I'm trying to do this, and then I've got someone coming over, and then I think we're gonna go over to a friend's house and watch the first Dune and have dinner. So that's our day. 4 claws. Did I start pulling out claws? I don't think so. 1. These should be easier to find now. 2. Some more spread out. 3. 4. Bluish gray. Does it have to be bluish gray in a 4L? I don't think I pulled out bars. Got it. 1 phone. I do need to order these phones. Did I pull those out yet? Bar holder with handle. These guys, I never know what to call them. Bar holder with handle. Oh, I'm constant. Like, this whole room is just a sorting mess. I've got piles, and this, everybody can relate to this. Piles that are, that's a set that was a display set, and now it needs to be taken apart and sorted. That's just a bucket of loose parts that needs to be sorted. That I got, you get as a box from somebody. That's maybe a Bricklink order that you haven't sorted. That's maybe a cup of pick-a-brick wall pieces that needs to be sorted. These 2 different piles are different MOCs that you're building. So it never ends. It never ends. We never have enough room. Did I really not have? Okay, there we go. How many do I need? 2. I only need 2. Is there a reason why you don't put the number of items you have under where it shows the wanted number? That way you wouldn't have to move everything to different. So that's a good point. I don't now, let me ask you this, because this may greatly increase my my knowledge of the site and or my functionality. So if let's say I need, like, I have all these and I mark this down as have, and I do that for the whole list. When I go to buy everything, does it ignore, like, it won't try to buy these 2? Is that the whole point of having this? Because if that's the case, I can leave these unmarked and just go through and delete what I wanted to change. That's my only thing, is to be able to have a different list to buy from. But if I can keep it as one list and just mark them down as, yes, I have that, that would help tremendously. But I've never done that. So I don't know if that's an actual functionality. If that's proven functionality, that's a paradigm shift for me. Oh, God, really? I've been doing it like this for years. On today's Ben's Brick Design, Ben is learns humility on a very special Ben's Brick Designs. The irony being that I'm going to have a Degrassi thing over here. I feel like it's an after-school special. All right, well, let's do that then. Okay, so these I don't need, but I have 2. This also might either force me to have more correct lists, or it might force some points of failure because you have to save your changes every time. And I'm worried that that's going to be a problem. But so I have all those. I have 4 of those. I have 8 of these. Yeah, I'll make sure that there's no blue bar at the bottom saying you got to refresh this. Now I can get rid of this. Delete. Because that doesn't exist. I have 4 of these. Thank you very much for that, Matt. You are what's called a mensch. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. I have 2 of those. No, not 2 of those. I have 3 of those. I don't think I have these guys. I think this down-facing bracket is in that color. Is one I don't have. I think that's an odd color for that bracket. And while I'm in here, I'm going to fish out a couple more pieces. So it's even less to worry about while looking. All right, so let's say I'm going to leave that because I don't have that. I don't have that. I know I don't have that. I don't have that color. I have 3 of these. I have 1 of these. I have 1 of those. I think I'm all done fishing out the brackets. So, oh wait. These 1 by brackets. Yeah, these are all black. Okay, 1 by brackets that I'm most worried about. Those are hard to see. I think I pulled these out, but I can't remember where I put them. There we go. The best feature is once you have marked the ones you have, go to more options at top and you can hide parts and have quantity. Oh yeah, that's true. So let's do save changes because I think I did a change. And then you can do, yeah, more options. Hide items of quantity. Yeah, great. That's perfect. I'm not going to do it just yet, but I'm going to do it once it's, because I'm always scared of doing stuff that changes entire databases. So I think I need those. I think I need that. I don't have any of those. I have 1 of those. I don't have 1 of those. Yes. I have 1 of those. Light blue gray. Why do I have those guys way over there? Save changes. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Where'd that bag go? Yep. 1, have 1, will travel. 10. Okay. I don't think I've got 2 that many yet, but I think I might have 10. So there's one. Need two more. Keep running into different parts that I don't need to keep pulling out, but I'm going to. A lot of log pieces. One. And then at the end, I'm going to go verify that I've actually done it right, because then I can go through and do the filter thing. And yeah, that helps quite a bit. Go back through and double check. This allows me to actually go back through and double check too. So I'm not specifically looking for these, but they keep getting in the way of trying to find these headlight bricks. And everything is black, so it's really hard to look for them. There we go. All right, so I have 10 black headlight bricks. 10 black headlight bricks. Pretty sure I don't have this one. I think this is one I had to order. Let me go double check in my drawer. Seeing as how most of these are arbitrary colors just based on my own personal preference while doing design. Oh, I need 6 of them? Good gravy. It's always funny when I go, nope, I need that one piece in that color. It's like, do you though? All right, I need one opposite side. Got it. Eight dark bluish. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh man. 8. No? Shoot. I knew that was one that I dropped. There it is. Oh man. 8. So I have 8 of those. I need to build myself a lip on this table because stuff keeps getting shot off this way. Save. All right, 4. 1, 2, 4. Good. And 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. Two gray ones. Do you really? Yeah. Every time I get to like a dark orange piece and it's like, oh, this will cost you $3. It's like, ugh. Is my artistic integrity worth $3? Only I'm really going to know that I have this. 2 of these. Have those. Save changes. I know I don't have. I got these in lug bulk. I'm not going to talk more about lug bulk than that, but I got a bunch of these coming. They're not going to help me in this case because I won't get these. I won't get lug bulk for till August or October. Okay. Definitely gonna need these and these. Pearl gold cone. I think I have these already. This is another choice because I decided that instead of yellow, it was going to be pearl gold. I don't know why that was more important. With the idea that I could change it to yellow if I wanted to. one hinge, plate in dark gray and in black. One each, okay. Hopefully starting with a bigger one too means that I can get through more pieces and make it easier to look up the smaller pieces later and give myself more room out here. Also, it was the first one alphabetically, and I wasn't going to overthink that. Dark bluish gray and black. I have that. I'm not going to order a hinge. I'm pretty sure I've got a hinge. There's light gray. So what are you showing at the Home and Garden show? Are you showing the light up Pac-Man cabinet? Light up and sound Pac-Man cabinet? There's another black one. Please don't make me go look for this piece. You're going to make me go look for this piece, aren't you? Here comes the artistic choice. Oh, that's right. All the video game stuff. Did you decide on more video game things? The Nintendo, the Atari, the Pac-Man. Did you decide on any, like, because there's some video, like Mario and Sonic sets and some Star Wars from video game sets and Overwatch. You gonna pick any of those, or do you have any of those, or are people gonna bring those? So here's another part in dark gray. We're gonna go find this and see if it's integral to the build to be dark gray. And I don't think it is. That part can be, that part is so hidden. That can be any color. It could be black. Yeah, black's fine. I'm just going to go get another black one. Not going to hold up a part shipment or a design. Where did I put the bag? Because of one hidden part that needs to be dark blue versus black or gray, or dark blue, dark gray. So back to this, and so I've got, I don't want that. So we'll do this times 2, and I have 2. Save changes, delete this guy. Also means come over here and change that and save. So they're the same. We having fun? Is this fun times? All right, 2, 3 millimeter. Oh, I don't know if I have those hoses. I'll come back to them because I don't see them in here, but I know I emptied out that bag, my bag of hoses recently, and I don't think I have that length. Nintendo and TV. Atari's getting finished today. Bowser and his piano. His cart. Questionable? Question block. Cool. Yeah, I forgot about the question block. That's a good one. 8 ingots. 8 white ingots. There's 4. Ingots are my new favorite, like, greebling thing. They just add such a perfect texture to stuff. So I have those. Do I have sand blue? Is there a sand blue ingot? Really? I think I have to order that. Did not see that in here, so so yeah, all right. So one, oh God, 1 by 1 gray piece. Oddly easy to find. Thought that would be a little harder. 12 black 1 by 1s. So let's get to digging. I need 12 of these MOs. This may be a part that I went, yeah, I've got plenty of those. I'll just, whatever. Set these aside a little bit. So what movie or TV or video game coming out are you excited about currently? Anything coming out that is piquing your interest? You can't wait to download? Can't wait to buy? Can't wait to rig a PC to run? Can't wait to get some new needles to stitch? Anything like that? I did see a thing about a new Superman movie coming out in 2025. James Gunn's running, and he leaked the symbol, the Superman symbol on something. And I thought I saw that there was a trailer, and there was like a trailer reaction, and then I went and checked on it, and it was like a bunch of different parts of like Brightburn and old Superman movies hacked together, and I'm like, oh, come on. I don't think I was pulling these apart, was I? Nope. 5. I feel like weekend edition when I say this, but let's go to sports. Let's now go to sports. Both the Avs and Austin FC did not do well this weekend. The Avs lost, actually, to Nashville, of all people. Not pretty, like 5-1. It was gross. And then Austin FC won by tying because we looked terrible, but we didn't lose. So it's like, Ooh, Lego Bumblebee. That's cool. Is it going to be an icon set to go with Prime? I honestly didn't even see that coming. Like, I was so worried about the Decepticon that they do for that I didn't even think, well, why not do another Autobot? And of course, my mind goes to immediately think of G1 Bumblebee, like the old VW Bug. But I'm wondering if they're going to do a Bayformer version that is a Mustang. That would be disappointing if they did. Ooh, God, that was almost... Egads. They were gonna do hopefully in scale with Optimus Prime. That would be really cool. In scale with Optimus Prime means he'd only be about yay big. Like he's not very big. They could do it in the scale of like a speed champion set. Probably wouldn't be that bad. And they've done a bug before, like an actual it was a creator expert VW bug way back in the day. Not like they could like reuse it or anything, but it's, you know, they did it. Maybe similar design concepts and ideas. All right, so there's 12 of those. If I can get them all into this bag. 12. Okay. 5 gray, 1, and 9 black. Set these aside. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Nope, didn't count that right. That's the other problem I have usually when I'm sorting out stuff is I apparently can't count. Worth beans. 5 of these. I absolutely 100% trust myself when we're counting for like lug bulk sorting and project sorting and stuff. Like I'm real good at that. My own stuff, however, I feel less confident, which is kind of sad. Have 5, got 5. Have 9 or want 9, have 9. Save. Light blue, 3. 1, 2, 3. Well, Bumblebee is not terribly complicated. If I remember his G1 transformation, 2 dark orange. I think the hardest part will be getting, so his legs, the front of the car, the legs come out and bend up. That's his feet. His arms are just both wheels underneath that slide out, and his head flips up. So it's not. Hey, you are. How's it going? $90. Okay, 950 pieces. That's a really good price point. That seems a really high. How many pieces are usually in a speed champion set? I want to say less than that, like 300 pieces or something. But because Bumblebee was not that big of a G1 transformer, if I remember correctly, his car was only this big compared to Optimus's cab, which was about that big. Now Optimus's cab in the Lego version is a little bigger, so maybe a little bigger VW bug. But if it's much bigger than him once transformed, like the scale is really weird, that's going to be kind of disappointing. Like I'd love it if they made it to scale. All right, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 of those. Okay, so about half the pieces. Half the cost. That makes sense. 4 and 1. And 1. And 2. Okay, let's see. Let's make sure I mark all these down that I have them. All right, so this says I need 2 gray. Why do I not have those hanging out here? Did I put them out somewhere else? must have. You're not in here. Which means this may have been one that I skipped. So, let me go grab 2 light blue gray. The challenge with some of these light blue-gray, very common pieces is not getting these really dingy light gray ones. 2 sand blue, 2 dark blue. Okay, so we've got 2 of those, 1 of those, 2 of those. I do need 1x5, so I'm gonna let that go. Light blue gray 1x6. How many? 1 white 1x6. Really? Couldn't be arsed to put that in there. All right, well, we'll get a 1x6. More evidence to me not doing this right the first time either is there's just no parts here, so that are very common. I would have grabbed this had I gone through it. 1x8, definitely have that. Just 1. All right, so we're good there. Save changes. But no trailer, of course. Yeah, he'll be what, half the height in vehicle form? Yeah, half the height, and like, I'm just trying to remember. Well, let's look it up. Let's see if we can look up G1 just for fun. G1 Optimus Prime Bumblebee. Let's see if there's any images of how they look next to each other. So here's the cartoon, right? I don't like this song. I thought I thumbed this song down. Can I not vote a song down? Oh, because I downloaded it. I can't vote it down. Yeah. Well, they had that spatial thing where it's like Soundwave turned into a tape deck that big, and Galvatron or Megatron turned into a Walther P38 handgun. But I just thought it'd be cool to get like an image of the 2 toys together. So this is that's not a real version. Let's see what a real G1 Bumblebee looked like. Because it wasn't much. They weren't more than GoBot at that point. They were, yeah, see? This transformation is super easy. Like, his feet don't even separate. So, you're going to want to make it more... Probably more like this. That's some original box art. Or comic book art. I do like somebody wrote the other day that his box art says that his primary specialty was stealth. And they're like, right, a VW Bug with one of the loudest engines in the world, and he's painted bright yellow, and his specialty is stealth. Yeah, I wish they would do Megatron. They're not going to, but I really wish they would. It would just make more sense than Bumblebee, but it's good to have Bumblebee. hopefully we'll get, so if we do Prime and Bumblebee, then we can have Megatron and Starscream, captains and lieutenants. And then maybe get you could do a whole set of icons with just Transformers. Because then I'm thinking, what do you do next? You do Prowl or Jazz, and then you do Soundwave, and then you do Shockwave, one of the other jets, Skywarp, Thundercracker. You could do all three jets at once in one set. Do 3 jets. That'd be great. Okay, moving on. 3 plates. Doesn't look like I pulled any of those out. Black. I have 8 black ones. 3 dark blue. Gray. Okay. I have 3. I know I have the right amount of black plates. I just have to find them. Right, then you do Devastator. That'd be great. Nobody would follow an uncharismatic boy like you.
Oh, nobody called Soundwave uncharismatic. Yeah, let's kick tailgate.
Oh, there they are. Looking for those. No, I sorted those out. That's 3 by. These are 1 by 2 or 2 by 4. Goodness gracious, did I not pull out a bunch of black plates? Just message you on Discord. Comparison of Prime and Bumblebee using the Masterpiece figures. All right, let's pull up Discord. Hopefully I don't lose my camera. Yeah, see that's what I'm talking about. This is actually exactly what I was thinking. So let's go get Prime. Well, shit. I dropped Prime. Well, don't pick him up by the waist. Now he's all over my kitchen. But he would probably be about that big. Maybe that plus the other section of leg. I dropped a Lego set. It's okay. And it's all over the kitchen now, which is fine. He probably needed to be dusted. But I'll need to clean it up before the cats and dogs get it. So, yeah, so that's fun. So let me close that. I'm going to give me a couple minutes and I'll be right back. I only ate a couple hours ago, so I mean. Yeah, everything else is fine. Mustard. Yeah, chips. The garden salsa. Okay, I'm back. No cookie, please. That was great. Yeah, that was fun. Like, I totally, because I mean, I haven't built Prime in a while, and I forgot you can't pick him up under the cab by the waist because his legs aren't really that attached. So I was just like, picked him up, and he just went yoink, and I was like, oh. And of course, it doesn't fall on carpet; it hits tile and goes like that. So yeah, that was a lot of fun. Beth comes running in from the other room. What? What happened? And I'm like, it's okay. It's just a Lego set. I can put it together later. I cannot believe I did not set aside. Oh, there we go. There's a big stack of them. I couldn't see them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that should be 8. All clean. I mean, I think it's all up off the floor. They're testing the viability of doing design. Here we go. Of doing the Transformers. Success with Prime, big success with Bumblebee, I'm sure, but also these are not going to be played with things like real Transformers. There will be models, not quite the same. And that's, I think, if you notice there's been a lot of YouTube channels lately that have been complaining about Lego being kind of losing its way a little bit, marketing so much towards adults. They feel like there's so many sets now that are more geared towards just not playing, but just sitting there, that it's becoming kind of a problem. And like, I don't want to jump on these people and say, but they're still making sets to be played with. Like, there's still plenty of like the Sonic sets, the Mario sets, the Minecraft sets. They're all designed to be played with. And yes, they do make some that are very much just a model to look at, and that's fine. But I got 2 of these, but it's not like their whole product is that. But also, you have to understand, a child is not going to, if you can get 100 AFOLs to pay $300 for a set or $200 for a Bumblebee, is that better than 100 kids getting their parents to buy them a $20 or $30 set? I mean, I think they know where their money's coming from. Did I do that already? Did I do that one? Yes. 7. Okay, and then 3 of those. Or 2 of those. Okay. Hi, little miss. Do you want to sit? Oh, what do you got in your mouth? What do you got in your mouth? Is that drool or is it a thing? Come here. Half from adults and half from kids. 90% of the audience was kids, 10% is adults. Yeah, so 10%, I mean, it's kind of like everything else. The top 10% is driving everything else. All right, good luck with your show today, Johnny. Thanks for being here. Everybody at noon, or more like 1 o'clock, go check out Johnny Build's stream, 1 o'clock Central, 2 p.m. Eastern. He's going to be streaming from the Pittsburgh Home and Garden Show, and there will be models there that they bring. Just drop those in there. Right? Yes. So go, if you're not doing anything else today, go watch his stream after this. And if you are doing stuff today, then awesome. And 2 2x4s. A Lego? A Lego? Yeah, doing a Lego stream. Save. All right, how many each of those? 1x6. 1 by nope. 1x6 black anywhere? There's a 1x8. Oh, today's just building for it. Okay, when's the actual show? Next week? There's another one I'm missing. So I need one 2x6 black. Oh, in his mouth. I thought you meant a Lego. No, there's a wicker basket right around the corner here. It's a box about yay big. And we put our store single-use plastic bags in there instead of throwing them away. And then I just scoop them up, and they have a thing at the grocery store where you can kind of recycle them. So I just let them build up, and then I take them out and scoop them, whatever. But the cat loves laying on them. It's a nice, big, crunchy, soft bed for the cat. But it's also wicker, so he also uses it to sharpen his claws, which means there's little bits of wicker around the thing. And I think she was getting into it. She had a little bit of wicker hanging out of her face. Tuesday at 1 p.m. live setup and home and garden. Then we'll stream next weekend at the show. Thanks, man. Enjoy setting up. Enjoy your build. Everybody go check Johnny after this. Doing some building. 1x8. I appreciate everybody who's been here watching me just kind of go through this really super boring part of building, of sourcing parts and whatnot. I know it's not the most exciting, so yeah. See, this is where I think I ran into problems switching pages, because I know, like, it asks for a black or two black 1x3s, and I know I don't have that out here. So I think some of these later black pieces probably got left off because they were sorted early. And I think it's sorted by color when you initially go to it. And then it goes away when you switch pages. Okay, so I have two of these. Surprising number of 3x3 plates, honestly. Thought it'd be more rare than that. All right. 5 of those guys. I'm pretty sure I have 5 of those. But did I already pull them out is the question. They're not in here. So the problem with doing it on stream like this is I will be done with this in 10 minutes. And then I will go and play a video game. Or I will go do housework or something else. So like I won't sit here and finish this today. Which is a problem. I should probably focus on this a little more than I am. Especially given that I only have about 3 months left to build it all. And I'm not worried. Are you worried? Shut up. Get off me. Let's put these guys here now. Yeah, I know I have a lot of these pieces. I don't know why I didn't pull them out. So I need 5 of those. Oh, let's save so I don't lose the progress. So when I was originally building the B-Wing microfighter, I wanted one of these pieces. You can see it on the screen there too. One of these guys. And the only piece available that I had at the time before these were like widely available was in the there's two of these in the one of the VW buses on like one of the seats, so the seat could kind of like do this funky thing where it laid back, but it also like kind of slid into place. And it was these pieces that were being used. And so I was like, oh, I really need that piece for this B-Wing. So I went and stole the piece out of there and then completely forgot. So I was going through and I was getting ready to sell some of those sets, and I was going through them and dusting them, and I started to take them apart, and realized that I was like, oh man, I had absconded with a few pieces from here. So, but then I got them in lug bulk later and got a ton of them. Or did I get them from Bricklink? I forget where I got them. So yeah, I'm going to do my best to get through this in the next couple days for all the sets. If I can get the discipline to do it. And then on Thursday, I'll do, we'll do a building of the lander for the Mars base. I think that'll be a little more entertaining, because that also needs to be done. It's not a mandatory thing, but I'd like to get it done so I'd like to get all the Mars stuff done so I can focus on this. 2 teeth. Tooth vertical. How many of those do I have? 4. We have one more in here. Yep. Oh, Matt, this is clutch. Thanks for letting me know this was possible. 2. And here again, this just has, the wanted list just has that part, 15573. No bloody A, B. So when I'm building it, I specifically try to get the newer pieces, but there may be a time when I don't want the most recent piece and I want an old variant, and it just won't come up anymore. But I mean, change sucks. I really wish they weren't doing that, but what are you going to do? I don't run Bricklink, so I wish that when knowing that this was probably going to be a big question at the town hall, that Tanya would have had a bit more explanation for it. She focused a lot on the outage that they had back in October, but I think because that October, November, that's pretty much out of everybody's mind at this point. I don't think there's any really late ramifications because of that, or more current needs or desires from the community. We've already all changed our passwords. We know from the blogs that they're changing the code, and the site's going to change overall because of the code that they found that needed to be updated. But this part variant thing is kind of an ongoing current thing that needs to be addressed a little better, and I don't think they're doing it right. White jumpers. Surprised I didn't pull those out yet. I need one gray jumper and one white jumper. Again, I may not have... Did I use all those? I guess I did. There's the gray one. And 2 white ones. Yeah. It's exactly it, James. It's like, hey, we're going to talk about it. There's no real explanation. We're just doing it, but I just wish there was a better, this is why we're doing it, and not so much, yeah, we're doing it. Because I don't think anyone really has a good why yet. They're just kind of like didn't want to have to deal with it. It didn't seem like anything I read was like it's causing problems or anything, which is why I think a lot of us feel that they're just trying to be in line with Lego more, which is fine, but it also leads us all to think that there's more to them being in line with Lego for later reasons. And we're all kind of like really worried about that. So, Gloopy Gale, welcome back. Work on Mars-based stuff today. Cool. Because your build for next week is already, or 2 weeks from now is already done. So you got time. Well, I'm not seeing. It must have been skipped in the initial build. So let me go grab 2 of those. And I did get this one. So we'll save that. I'll be right back. 2 white jumper plates. And because I've separated them all out into like 40 categories out here on the table or more, there is the very real likelihood that I just didn't see it. And I'm going to end up with extra at the end of all this. I would 100% rather be extra than deficient. All right, take care. You are. Yeah, I'm about 2 minutes away from being done myself. Gloopy Gale, thanks for being here for the 3 minutes. I appreciate you coming by. I need 2 of these. So yeah, everybody go check out Johnny Builds, his channel. He's going to be building. He's going to be actually building stuff. I should call this channel Ben Sorts. He's going to be building stuff, getting ready for the a show that he's doing next week. And they're going to be building a lot of video game stuff to display. So like Nintendo related stuff, the Atari, the Nintendo, the Pac-Man thing, which he's got lit and got some sound on. So go check that out. I'll be working on this all week. Thursday, I'll work on the Mars lander a little bit. And if I decide to do something else, maybe we'll do something else. Maybe work on digitizing Ben's sort of builds. I love it. Ben's designs on sorting. I may ask this lady if I can use her model to like illustrate how to go about digitizing a model. If she's okay with that. Other than that, probably just same old, same old. So didn't have chores. Good on you getting your chores done, doing some choring. But yeah, I'll be back Thursday night, 8 Central. Take care. And we'll talk to you soon. Bye.